Good morning, good evening. Let us wait for a few more minutes. Let the other people join. Okay. Hello. Good evening. Okay, few people join in the YouTube live streaming. Let them join. Let's start today's class. Okay. Let me recap the last session. Let me share my screen before that. Please confirm me. Are you able to see my screen? Okay, that's great. Yep. Okay. Okay, I have already given my introduction and everything in the very first class. Today is the third session. Today, actually, I plan to discuss Linux. Before that, let me go through some Maven concepts. The first one, the tool which we are going to use for building. So I would like to inform you and introduce you sorry, about this tool. This is very important tool. That is the reason I have just stepped into this Maven. Before that, let me discuss the previous session. Okay. So here, see, I already discussed that. What is this DevOps concept, right? What is DevOps and why we call this as DevOps, right? Why? What is the reason behind it calling this one? I will take it. I'll move very fast in recapping this class. Okay. Initially, DevOps is like development, IT operations, and QA. What is QA? QA is quality analysis. Okay. Let me go through this. Combining of these three is known as DevOps, right? Development, IT operations, and quality analysis. These three tools are known to be DevOps. Okay. So as I discussed earlier, why do we need this? Earlier, I have discussed SDLC, software development life cycle. Earlier in my last session, I discussed software development life cycle and different models, waterfall model, agile model, and why do we need this DevOps, and so on and so forth. See, there is a client is coming, he wants to build a rocket based website or application. He needs some skilled people. Who are the skilled people? For example, let us consider if you want to build a home, you need skilled people. Who are the skilled people? Skilled people, those who are workers to build a building. Before that, you need a civil engineer. So coming to this one, whatever the things that we are doing in building a building, for that we need an architect, right? In this also, but in the software industry or IT industry also, we need solution architect, right? In such a way, many people involved in this DevOps concept. In this DevOps, development team involves and operations team involves, the client involves. He is the client and he is looking for skilled people. The one who knows programming language, who knew programming languages, who can build an app. So see, these are the people. See, do you know, guys? Uh, among these three people, I am one among them. See, that is the first one who is walking slowly. So I'm the one among them. See, my colleagues who are those two people, those people are always very forward and they wanted to do everything. So actually I'll be using to sit idle in such a way. Okay. So these people involved into this, and from them, what do they need? So we have skilled people and everyone we are in hand. Then we need the operations team also. So combining of all these three people, all these three stakeholders, not only these three stakeholders, or who are the stakeholders in this? Earlier, I told you, I guess if any one of you attended my last session, can you please tell me, can you please let me know who are the stakeholders? I just wanted to know who are the stakeholders. For the first 5 to 10 minutes or 15 minutes, I'll be discussing the previous class and I'll be asking you questions. Whoever are interested and learned, please respond. Actually, I didn't upload these videos, last two sessions videos recordings. I'll upload all these sessions recordings in YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, so you can go through all those videos. Okay, yeah. Tell me, who are the stakeholders in here? Anyone, please? Whoever involved in the project, even the client also. Yes, absolutely. Tulsi, she is right. Yes, whoever involved. For example, client is involving in it, and the developers, architects, and the business representatives, customers, product owners, project managers, testers, everyone included into this DevOps. These are the stakeholders of DevOps. Okay, so I have explained a software development life cycle. Why the waterfall model? Waterfall model is simply like the people, we are getting a project. See, the client is here. Client is giving us a project, right? Client is giving us project to the software company. In here, the software developers, they are working, and then they are going to send it to the operations team, and something has failed after 12 months. It is waste of the client's time and money. That is the reason now we adopted this agile model. That is, as in agile model, I'm just making it simple, very simple. Agile model is simply like we are dividing a project or task, 100 tasks into chunk of tasks, or as a sprint. We are dividing them into 10, 10, 10 parts, and we are completing first 10 parts, and we are delivering it to the client. And after getting the review, and we are doing another 10 tasks. And after completion of that, in such a way, we are going to finish the entire project. In such a way, we are able to deliver the project within 2 to 3 months. Earlier it took almost 12 to 24 to 30, 44, 3 to 4 years, but now we are able to deliver the project to within 2 to 3 months. This is the advantage of this DevOps operation. Okay. And the next one is that here, what are the tools that we are going to use in DevOps tools? They are build tools. Build tools are like and Maven, Gradle. See, today we are going to discuss the tool Maven, that is building tool. Okay. And the other tools are like repository tools. Repository tools are storing the code, right? Who are they? SVN, GitHub, Bitbucket. The GitHub is the most popular one for now. So we are focusing on this GitHub. And next one is what we have to do. We have to review the code. To review the code, we can use PMD, SonarQube, SonarLib. In that, among those, we are going to discuss SonarQube and code deployment. Next task, it is through Jenkins or you deploy, but here for real-time experience and in real-time world, these people are using Jenkins. So that is the reason we are going to use Jenkins. Okay. And next, we have to configure it. Configuring is through Chef or Ansible. Sorry, containerization. I'm sorry, containerization. Containerization is through Docker. Okay. After this, orchestration. Orchestration is through Kubernetes. And after that, we need to configure the tools. Configuration tools, right? So configuration is through Chef and Ansible. And then infrastructure as a code, that is Terraform, we are going to learn in this. And the most important thing in here, after everything has done, we need to monitor them, right? We need to monitor. To monitor it, we are going to use Nagios, Grafana, and Splunk. Here in my session, I'm going to discuss Splunk. See, and I would like to emphasize one more thing in here. While after attending my session, you can apply for Splunk job also. You can apply for DevOps also. You can apply for DevOps and Splunk. DevOps class comes Splunk. This is the most trendiest course as of now on monitoring, because most of the companies are shifting towards Splunk. Okay. Next one is project management, that is Jira, that we are going to discuss. Okay. What is happening in this tool itself? Where in this one, Maven. What is this Maven is going to do? Maven is a building tool which creates folder structures and dependencies in such a form of jar var files. And from them, what is this? How this project structure is going to work? The project structure is going to be created through Maven only, and all the developments are going to be used by this build tools. What is this Maven does? Maven is going to create the project, and it is going to compile the project, and it used to test unit test, and it packages in jar or var files. It is going to download the dependencies. Guys, I'm going very fast because the session already completed. That is the reason I'm going very fast. Okay. So then the dependencies, and the next one, what is the next one? That we are going to build it, right? As we discussed, after the building this one, we have to store it. That is repository. What is that? GitHub. And that we are going to store this, whatever we have built, we stored it. After this, it is very important, that is Jenkins. Jenkins is the heart of DevOps, because the entire thing, CI/CD process and all, exists in this Jenkins itself. Okay. So for Jenkins, after this, it is going to sign to SonarQube for quality checks, right? For quality checks, standards of the code, whether any standards are missing in that code. As such, we are going through that. After that, we are going to deploy in the server. Which is the server that we are going to use? We are going to use AWS EC2 instance. In this, I will install a web server. In that, I'm going to run this application. This is how the deployment process is done, right? So this continuous integration, continuous deployment is happening through this. Okay, guys. Okay, then. So we're done with this, the previous session. Let me jump into today's session, that is Maven. Okay, let me share that slide with you. Okay, this is the next one, next slide today that we are going to discuss Maven. Okay, so what is this? In the last class, we discussed what this Maven does, what is this everything. Now we are going to discuss in depth on Maven. Okay, so what is this? Are you able to, can anyone confirm me that? Are you able to see this through YouTube live? I guess no one is checking. Okay, no problem. Whether it is going to be recorded or not, I don't know. So I'm not checking this YouTube live, but at least you people are able to listen to my voice in YouTube, right? Okay, guys, the next one is that here, yeah, someone not able to see. Oh, really? Thank you so much. Let me check this. Yes, I can see. Yeah, that's great. If you can see now. Yes. Okay. Next. Okay, let it be. Thanks for confirming. Let me move forward. Now, today's class is very, I guess, I thought very interesting to me. I don't know whether you are or not. Let us test, right? So before that, yeah, tell me what is the exact for purpose of how Jenkins is going to deploy it, how Jenkins is going to uh, do the task of deployment. Tell me, I already discussed this thing in earlier when I discussed this Jenkins. Any one of you remember that? Do you remember that? If you can, it is, I'll be waiting for your answer. Just giving you 1 minute. I don't want to waste anyone's time. Okay. Okay, let me give the answer. It is through webhooks. That is, the job performance is going to be happen through webhooks. Okay. Okay, leave it. Let us get into the next one. That is Maven. Okay. Now this Maven, what is this Maven? Exactly what this Maven is. Anyone have any idea on this? I already discussed about this Maven, you know. So I can say that you can answer this question, but still, I don't want to waste your time. That I would move forward into this. Let us, before this one, before starting this class, I would like to tell you one thing. Few people are asking me that, how could you finish this batch within 30 days? I can finish this batch within 30 days because I do not use any unnecessary discussion. And this, we are directly jumping into the process of Maven, sorry, process of DevOps. That is the reason I'm cutting short these classes, almost all 3-4 classes into a single class. That is the reason we are going to finish this. There is no time limit. There is no hourly limit that 150 hours, 200 hours, or 100 hours that we are going to discuss. Then only we have finished DevOps. No, it is very wrong, guys. See, if you are going, let me give you more clarification on this. After finishing my entire classes, after 30 classes, you can finish whatever I have done within a single day or within an hour. You know, for example, if you already working on a software, like for example, Splunk software, right? Splunk software, it is taking almost all 3 months of time, or I can finish it in 30 days. After learning 3 months of this Splunk, whatever the task that was given by the client, you can do it in 1 hour. So what is the need of learning for 3 months? Why are you wasting your time? So in such a way, I'm not counting the hours. I'm not going through the unnecessary topics. I'm discussing only whatever the important topics that to crack the interview and to work on DevOps in your company. Okay. Just focus on my topics. Just focus on my videos. That's it. You'll be getting into the company. Okay. I'll be helping you with this mock interviews and resume preparation process and everything. Okay. Don't worry about it. Okay. Let me get into this one. What is Maven? You know, we can easily say that Maven is called, tell me, what is this? Maven. Maven is a tool and it is an open source software, right? Maven is an open source software. What is this open source software? Yeah, why I am discussing this topic is that because few people are not aware of what is this open source. Open source software is that the software which was built by many people and who can utilize this by anyone. For example, let me take this one, Linux. Okay, Linux is an open source operating system. You know, many people have changed that operating system according to their needs. For example, Red Hat Linux. You might have heard of this Red Hat Linux, right? So Linux is the original one. After that, Red Hat has prepared Red Hat Linux. Actually, I'm also teaching that one also, Red Hat Linux also. That's a separate course. Okay, those people are working on the security things, right? So in such a way, open source software, anyone can do that, and anyone can build it. Many people built it, and many people are going to use it, and many people are going to change or modify it according to their needs. That is the reason Maven is a free and open source software. That means you don't need to pay even a single penny to install it. Guys, do remember this topic, this thing, that you are not going to pay anything to install or to use this Maven software. So that's it. That's it. That is open source software. And it was created by Apache. Okay. It was created by Apache. And how this open source software has built? Tell me, anyone knew this? This open source software was built completely based on the Java. Okay, that is the reason we can call it as Java build. Okay, so why this Maven software is going to be used? That is going to be used because it is a build or perform automation for a Java project. Okay, I am emphasizing on Java. Don't worry about it because this is a Java build project. That is the reason I'm discussing about Java. So you are not going to do anything about this Java. Don't worry about it. Let's get into this picture. This, what is the Java build? Okay, here this is going to be through Java programming. The complete Maven has built through Java only. So what is this? What does exist in here? Okay, let us get into this one. That is Maven, right? The first one. See how it is going to be built. This is what we are going to discuss. Okay, before going to discuss this one, I would like to tell you one thing. What is build? Sir, you are speaking of build. But what is this build? We are not aware of what is a build. What is the meaning of build? This is a simple process, that is a source code which is completely converted into a standalone form that can run on computer. This is a simple definition, that a source code is going to be converted into a standalone form. That's it. That is called a build. Okay. And what does this build as, man? This is going to automate of a source code, retrieving of source code, compiling it into binary code, and executing it, and automated testing it. Okay, guys. Now we came to know this one. Yes, I'm very happy with that we came to know this. What is build tool, right? What is build? I gave you the definition. I told you what exists in building itself. Okay, before that, I would like to tell you one thing, that if you would like to build a building, you are trying to construct a building. Okay, so is it possible that you are going to construct it? No, you are the client. You are going to give it to some engineer, civil engineer, or the contractor. Contractor is going to recruit the people, some architects, some engineers, some workers, daily laborers, daily wagers, everyone. Only with them it is possible to construct a building, right? In such a way, while we are going to deal with the project is going to have a separate folder structure. You know, guys, project is having a separate folder structure. What is that folder structure? Do you know that? No, you don't know that, because you are not from Java background. You are not from any other background, that you don't know any DevOps. You don't know anything. So, but to prepare a project, you need to have a folder structure. So let me assume one thing. I will tell you, for instance, I will take, I'm planning to create a web application project. Okay. So tell me, guys, what is the folder structure inside a web application? I would like to create a web application project, right? So what exists in creating this web application project? What is the folder structure in web application process? Do you know that? Oh my God, I don't know. No, guys, you don't worry. You don't worry. There is no need of knowing this folder structure. Yeah, because this is not your job. It is the programmer's job. Programmer means developer. Developer is going to create everything, and they will deliver it. Earlier, they used to do this, but now it is being automated. Now the entire country is going to be automated. Later on, we are not going to take the food from with our hand. It is to be automated through robotics. That robot is going to come and they will feed us. In such a way, they automated this one. Now the project structure or the folder structure is going to be created by Maven. We simply, hey Maven, can you please create a folder structure for me to create a web application? Yeah, definitely. I'll create a folder structure, and they'll be creating this folder structure for web application. And how to create this web application? Tell me. We are going to create this web application with making use of Java. Okay. Okay. Yes, I am going to use this Java. Okay. I'm going to build this web application. Web application means, for example, you can consider yeah, I won't tell you. Can you please tell me any website or any web application which operates? Can anyone tell me this one? I'll be waiting for your reply. Can anyone tell me that what is a web application? Any source that you have? Any source that do you know that it is a web application? No, no one knew this. No one knew what a web application is. Web application is very simple. Yes. Okay. Yes. IRCTC. Yes. IRCTC is considered to be a web application, right? Okay. Let us assume I would like to build IRCTC web application, or I would like to build some other application like Atra, some other application, whatever it is, the web application. What do I need to create that web application? Well, I'm dealing with this web application. I'm just explaining you. Is it possible? Tell me one thing. I am the owner of a house. I have money. Is it possible to construct a building for myself? It is absolutely no, right? It is not possible. No one is going to build themselves, right? So what we are going to do? We are going to recruit several people, or we are going to give the contract, and contractor is going to take several tools to build a house, right? In such a way, I'm going to I'll be using several tools to build this web application, such as Spring Boot, the frameworks that I use to build a web application. This is just an example. Don't worry about it. Don't worry, and don't try to remember everything. These are just for example I'm giving you. Okay. The next one, coming to this one, Spring Boot, the first one. Whatever the tools that are required to build a web application, that is Spring Boot framework that I'm going to use for Spring framework. And I'll use hibernates to I'll be using hibernates to develop database logic to communicate with the Java. Okay, I would be using hibernate to communicate with database logic. Okay, and I would be developing hibernates for communicating with database logic, and I would be using REST APIs. REST APIs. This is This is architecture Spring Cloud concept. This is for architecture Spring Cloud concepts. And these are all just examples, but I'm just telling you, these are all the things that are required to build a web application. And I will use a message broker called Kafka. Okay. And I would be storing my cache in Redis. Actually, I didn't mention it. Redis. Okay. And I'd be taking log4j for logs, right? The final one is that security checks. I would have to securely allowing only the authenticated people to use this web application. That is it, right? This is what we have done for the next one, right? The next one is that, okay, and tell me one thing. So these are all the tools that we are required to create a web application. Oh my God, these many tools are required to create a web application. That means a DevOps guy is going to take all these applications. How to do these things? No, there is earlier, everyone in a project in their project, they are going to download each and every tool from online, and they're going to download and install them in their laptops or in their workstations. From there, they are going to install them. They're going to download them through jar or var files, right? These are jar and var files. They're going to use those jar and var files, download those jar and var files, and with making use of them, they are going to install it. Okay, so what are all these called? I already discussed this one. What are all these called? Tell me. These are all called as dependencies. Simply we call them as dependencies, right? Dependencies means, tell me one thing, whatever the tool, for example, if I would like to construct a building, what are all the dependencies that I used to have? For example, the first one is that I have money, I'm the client. I would like to construct a house. Firstly, I need an architect. Later on, I have to give this building contract to a contractor, and contractor is going to depend on the workers. In such a way, I have several dependencies in constructing a house, right? In such a way, while we are building an application also, we are going to have all the dependencies. These are the dependencies that we are going to download. But now all these tasks will be done by whom? Maven. Maven is going to download each and every tool from here, whatever the things that you have provided here to build a web application. Those are all been done by whom? By Maven. Okay. Now, the next one is that we are done with this building. What about this building? Now we will be getting into this one, the next one. Now we came to know that what is Maven and why are we going to call it as open source software, and next one, why it is called as Java build. I used to explain each and every part in the building, that how to build. And the next topic that we are going to discuss is that it is used. What is the use of Maven? What is the use of Maven? Okay, so Maven is going to automate the task. Oh, really? How it is going to be automate the task? Can you please let me know? Yeah, I would be telling you. Maven is going to be automated. Whatever the thing that I have discussed just now, I have shared you that each and every tool that we are going to deal with earlier, we are going to download and install them. But now the Maven is going to do this task. That means it is automation, right? Am I correct or not? Yes. Now let me get into the next one. What is this build? Right? We have discussed about it, right? Now the step one of this Maven cycle is that the first step is that compilation, right? First step is that I will explain you what is this compilation and all. Okay, don't worry about it. First step is that compilation. And then after compiling it, before this compilation, we have to write a source code, right? We have to write the code. Without code, we are not able to compile it. Yes, we have written a code and now we compiled it. Now, after the compilation, we are going to test the code, isn't it? We are going to test the code. See, I am focusing on this theory part. Don't worry. Today we have a practical also. Second one, testing. After finishing this testing, we are going to do what? Yes. What is this meaning? Hey, what is this package? We have tested it. What is the task that after testing it? I already explained this thing in your last session that after testing it, we have to package it, right? Package in the form of ZAR or WAR files, right? Is it right? And the testing is over and packaging is over. What is the next task that I need to do? I have to install them. Installation part is done. Next is simply deploying it. Am I right? Deploying it. This is the cycle that we are going to follow in Maven, right? Do remember this. And let us go to the next topic. We have discussed the automation, right? And the next one is that after finishing this automation, that we are going to discuss how this automation tasks are going to be performed. How? Okay. Okay, Mr. Cyberguy, you have given all this information. Okay, I'm very happy with that. Then tell me, what is the way how this Maven is going to understand my language? Can you please tell me, is this possible to understand your language? Any computer understands your language? No, it's not. So if the computer is not going to understand your language, and then who is going to understand your language? You have to make sure to understand that language in their language format. For that, they are going to use POM file. Okay, they are going to use this POM. What is this POM file? POM file is simply, this is an XML file. This is simply an XML file, and we can call it as build file also. Okay, firstly, what is that POM file? This is project object model. The abbreviation for this POM is that project object model. Okay, why we are going to use this POM file? We are going to use this POM file because we have to tell, we have to make sure, sorry, we have to make sure to communicate with the Maven that we are going to create a project that I have several dependencies. These are the dependencies that exist with me. So please do this task. That means before the automation also, we have to tell them what to automate. Then only it is going to be discussed. It is going to be downloaded and installed, right? For that reason, we are going to use this POM file. What are the, I will tell you what are the things that exist in a sample POM file. Okay, let us go through this. Remember guys, POM is an XML file, right? First one, what does exist in this POM file is that model version, the POM model version that they are going to store in this POM file. And what is the second thing that exists in this? The group ID. There we have several groups. All those groups are installed into it, and they will be while we are dealing with this POM file, we have to tell them that we need these group IDs. These are the things that we would like to download. These are the things that we need to install in such a way. You have to tell them. Tell whom? Ma'am. Sorry, Maven. This is how you have to inform. And what is the next thing in the sample file that that exists? That is artifact ID. Artifact ID also exists in this POM file. Okay, and you can easily find several files in the Google itself. If you go through Google, there are several files exist as a sample files. You can see them just for example. Okay, the next one is that here version. Which version you wanted to download? Which version you wanted to install? Which version do I need to focus on? In such a way, we have to give the version 2, right? I guess you guys have understood this POM section because there are several interview questions are going to be asked on this POM also. Okay, do not miss this. If you have any question, please ask me right away. I'll be available here. Okay, and the next one is that we are done with the POM file. Okay, first one is that what is this Maven software, and the second one is this why it is called as a Java build, and the third one is that what is it used for, and the fourth one how it is going to be communicated, and the fifth one is that we are going to focus on what is this automation task. Oh, finally we are going to learn that what is this automation task. Okay, now tell me, you have already understood this automation. We have to understand the stages. We have to understand the stages that exist in this automation. What are those stages? Okay, there are several steps in here. First of all, while we are dealing with this POM file, we have to add the dependencies. What are the dependencies? I already told you, to build a house, whatever the dependencies such as contractor, workers, and the engineers and the architects, these are all the dependencies. And even for the for creating a web application also, we have all these dependencies such as tools, right? They're human beings, here tools. In such a way, we are going to use those tools, right? So here we have to, in the first step, we have to add the dependencies, right? Okay, we added the dependencies. And what is the next process? How this Maven is going to compile them? Okay, let us just look into that one also. Okay, see, stages of compilation. What are the different stages in the compilation? Initially, we are going to write the source code. Yeah, that's right. See, initially, you plan to have you plan to construct a house. What do you need initially? Initially, you need money. After that, you need material, right? So material, without material, you cannot build it, right? You need that one. So in this, while we are dealing with the project, IT project, software project, or web application, we have to write the code. I guess you might be aware of everything like this. For any software, there's a coding, right? In this one also, we need source code. This is the first stage, source code. We are going to write this source code in Java, .NET, Python, etc. And let us say the source code in the form of Java file. So what is this Java file is going to be stored? How this Java file is going to be stored? It is going to be stored in abc.java. Okay, abc.java. Okay, okay, that's okay. I have written the code. And what do I need to do? I have to compile, right? After writing the code, the first stage of this one, the build process is that compilation. What is this compilation? How these people are going to, sorry, how this Maven is going to compile it? This Maven is going to compile it with the compiler, that is Java compiler, that is Java C, Java compiler, right? Here, after this, Java compiler compiled it, and after compiling it, it is going to convert this into a code, that is binary code, right? Binary code, or it is in byte code. It is being converted into byte code, that is called classes. You know, while we have created anything, the Java class file or Java program, it is automatically going to be created a class file also. It is in a particular class. In such a way, it is going to be displayed. I will show you how these classes are going to be created. I will show you right away after finishing this slide. Okay. The next task and the next stage, that is a third stage. Whenever you execute this Java, immediately it is going to enter into the Java virtual machine. What is this Java virtual machine? What does this virtual machine does? The Java virtual machine is going to do that. It is going to be convert the compilation or the computation, whatever the thing which you have written, it is going to convert in a computer understandable format. It is going to be converted into a computer understandable format. In such a way, they're going to create it. And what is the last stage in this? Tell me, what is the last stage? Simply after finishing everything, we'll be getting the output. That's it. We're getting the output. We got the output after compiling this one. We got the output also. The final thing is that we got the output. So coming to this one, while we are compiling it, this, I'm just for your information, just remember this. For your information, I'm giving you this. While we are dealing with this compiler, what this compiler is going to do? In which format? What is the syntax for this? It is simply Java C, Java C, and name of the file, Java file dot Java. That is the syntax. But no need to remember all these things. So the task which I have shown you, the stages, the 4 stages which I have shown you just now are done by Maven through automation, right? Earlier, we have to complete each and every task. Now it has to be in automation. The automation is going to jump into this one, this picture, and it is going to do all these tasks in such a way the stages of completion has going to be finished. Okay. So Maven is going to use or communicate with a Java compiler and execute this. So how it is going to be taken? Tell me. While we have discussed this project folder structure, in that there are several files, right? What are those files? Mostly we are going to use in here jar files and var files, right? Jar files and var files. So what are these jar files? Jar file means it is Java archive. Okay, Java archive. This is a standalone application executed. This is a standalone application that is executed. And the WAR file. What is this WAR file? This is simply, we can say that web archive. Web archive. This is for web application. Now tell me, my question is that now we are building a web application, right? So here we are discussing about this web application only. Now tell me, which one is the most important thing here to build it? Web application. So which file are we going to use it? We are going to use var file, right? We are going to use var file. Okay. So you might be having a question that, okay, yes, Cyberguy, you have created a file with a Java name that is ABC. Now it has been shifted and one class file has been created. Now tell me, if I have created 100 files, 100 Java files or 1000 Java files, what is the output? It is automatically going to be created 100 Java class files. This is how it works. Yes, that's true. This is how it works. Okay. The next one in here is that we are done with the slide. Okay. So here we have discussed all the points which were discussed earlier, like this. Okay, this one. We have finished all these points. We discussed each and every point in here. I will show you how these files are going to be shown. Okay, let me open the browser. I guess you are able to see my screen, right? Guys, are you able to see my screen? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So see, this is just a Spring tool that I have just, I'm just going to show you how this Java file is going to be stored. Guys, please do remember this. I'm continuously taking this session. You know why? Because I'm skipping several other topics which are not important for your job and which are not important for your interview. Do not skip anything in here. Okay, first few topics you are going to get it into the recordings. After that, you'll be I'll be sharing these things in only in your course tab. Okay. Okay, so here, see, this is Java. I choose this Maven. So we can see, we can just take this artifact name and so on and so forth in such a way. I have choose this jar file. Okay, now I'm going to add these dependencies. Spring Boot, just for your reference, Spring Web, and guess you're able to see everything, right? Spring Redis, yeah. Okay, now after clicking on this, it is going to be generated something in here. Okay, I'll just try to extract this file, your screen sharing. Okay, sorry, sharing is paused. Huh? See, it is. I guess you are able to see this, right? Demo. See, I'm just. This is a downloaded one. The file download just downloaded from there. Extract it. You can see that. I'm just doing this here. I'm sharing my entire screen. I don't know what's happening. I guess you are able to see this now. Okay, so I downloaded and extracted here. See, are you able to see this, guys? This is a very important file, XML file that I have already explained you, form file, right? These things are automatically going to be created. There is no need to worry about it. All these files are automatically being created. See, Maven wrapper, properties, source, test. What is this test? In this, you'll be having the example program. See, this one, demo application test. See, if you can see this, see here, this is a Java program. Are you able to see this right side? This is Java program. And let me show you this POM file. I'll try to edit this one with the Notepad++. Let me see this. Okay. See, this is the POM file. If you have seen, I have already explained you guys. At this one, I already explained you the model version, the file model version. Here, see, this is the model version 4.4.0.0. And the group IDs, I already explained you this one, IDs, whatever the group IDs that I'm looking for, and what are the artifacts that I'm looking for, and the version, this version I would like to have, and the description is that demo project for Spring Boot. And here I'm taking the dependency. See, this is the dependency. These are the dependencies I would like to download. I have added Redis. I have added Spring Boot framework. I have added some other tools in such a way. See, these are the dependencies automatically created in POM file and downloaded. Now with making use of this POM file, we are going to communicate with the Maven, right? I guess you are cool with this. Let me, if you have any questions, can you please let me know? I'll try to clarify all these questions. If I'm going too fast, tell me, because see, whatever the theory part it is, I can drag these classes for the next 3-4 days. Today's class I can drag for 3-4 days, but I don't want to waste your time and my time, because that nothing works with that. See, if you just wanted to crack the interview, this is simple. With a real-time experience only, you can crack the interview. And if you have gone through the work, for example, if you're trying to work on mock interviews, even in mock interviews, I'll conduct mock interviews for you guys, and I'll try to give you with all the interview questions, whatever the questions that they are going to ask in your real-time job. So I'll be focusing on them. So don't worry about it. And don't waste your time in dragging the classes and more classes. Don't worry about those classes. I'll be discussing each and everything. I already told you, being a CEO also, I'm taking all these classes because I have passion of taking these classes, and I want everyone to learn IT. Everyone has to get into this IT That is the reason, because most of the people are not able to pay the fees. I'm not money-minded person. That is the reason I kept fees a very affordable price. Okay, and most of the courses that are going to teach, all the courses are at affordable price. Okay, so we have done with this form file, right? And now what are we going to do? Now the next one is that installation. Okay, what is that installation? It is Maven installation. How are you going to install? The first step is going to be that Maven installation is that you have to install this software by just going through Google. Simply type download Apache Maven. There you'll be getting this. Okay. And here, my dear friends, do remember this. Download this file only. Okay. Download this file only. Okay. I have downloaded this file, and see, it is better you can do it right away. Otherwise, you can do it later also. I'll be providing you this recording also. It's playing YouTube live streaming, so no problem. You can see it later, and you can see this. Okay, do this task. So you have to download binary zip archive. So I clicked on this, and I downloaded into my downloads folder this one, and I am extracting this file. Extracting this file. Extracted. Okay. So this is already extracted, right? See, this is the file that already got extracted, right? Okay. So while we are going to deal with the Maven, before installing this Maven, we have to do one more thing. Don't do it. Don't download it right away, guys. First of all, let us go with what are the prerequisites for Maven. Tell me with which programming language this Maven has built. Tell me, guys, what is the language that used to build this Maven? Guys, if you tell me the wrong answer, there is no problem. If you tell me the right answer, there is no issue. Whatever it is, whatever comes in your mind, just tell me what is, with which platform we have built it. Tell me. Are you aware of this or not? I already told you in today's class itself, this has built with Java, right? Built with Java, right? For this, we have to download Java. Download JDK 8. You can. So before this, here, see, this has to be downloaded from Oracle website, right? This has to be downloaded from Oracle website. You can download this JDK file. See here, servers ARE, SE development kit. See, for every platform, every operating system, Linux, Linux x64, Mac OS, Windows, many things. Mostly we are getting everything in here, right? I guess you understood this. I will share this file with you guys. Okay, I'll share this file with you and you can directly install it. Otherwise, you can download it from there. See in the program files, based on your x64 or 86, based on this, you have to download it. Okay, I have downloaded this software here. See this one. No, not this one. Okay, I guess I removed this file. Okay, so I have downloaded that file, and now what I'm going to do, we have to go through the variables. Initially, while we are dealing with this variables, I would like to tell you these variables. Okay, here in our system, we will be having several variables. Those are system environment variables. Actually, we call it as environment variables. We need to have this environment. We need to know these environment variables to install or to set Java paths. Okay. So which one? In which environment variable we have to install them, or we have to set the path. Okay. Firstly, tell me, what is this environment variable? What is this variable? What do we need to do is, because the system has to understand that where this Java file exists, why this Java file, sorry, where this Java file exists, we need to know that. That is the reason we are going to take this Java file. Okay. In here, this is the system variable and this is the environment variable for your particular account. Particular account means, see, in your family itself, few people are using only one laptop, right? So one person is having one account in the same laptop, the other person is having the another account with another mail ID in the same laptop, and the other person, if you are having 3 members in your family, 3 members are using the same laptop, each person is going to use their account on their with their own account. We have to create an account in your laptop, and then you can access that particular resources in your laptop, right? That is account based access. Coming to this one, these environment variables for your account is that this is account based access. And coming to the system, this is a global thing that anyone can access this system environment variable. That is the reason we are going to take this one. Firstly, we will try to set up this system environment. See, I've just clicked on that. After clicking on this, to remember guys, environment variables. Are you able to see this environment variable here? Yes, click on this environment variable and don't do anything in here. Just come down and see what does the thing exist in here. See, are you able to see this? I have already set up this Java home. I have already done this task. That is the reason I'm not going to do anything. But while you are dealing with that, you have to go to path and here edit. In this path, see, in the program files, Java path, and see here JDK 1.8.0. This is the thing that I have created this file, right? See, this path I have created. How I created this path? By clicking on new. Simply, I can paste that path. So now you might be asking that, where is the path? Where is this path coming from? We have downloaded this. We have downloaded Java JDK 1.8 right? After downloading it, after extracting it, we have to copy that file and we have to paste it in this one. See, we have to paste it in C program files. In here, you can see Java. In here, JDK. It is, do remember guys, it is not JRE, JDK. JDK, and in here, bin. This is the path. You have to copy this path and you have to paste that path in this by creating new. Here you have to paste and just click on OK, right? In such a way, you have to create the path. Okay, we have set up variable which is in system, right? What is the system variable? System variable means all accounts can log into this one and all accounts can see this, and user account is only the applicable logged users or a particular user who have created with their username, they can access it. Okay, now my question is that who is going to use this variables? What is the reason behind using this variable? Who is the person who is going to use this variable? This variable is going to be used by operating system. Okay, Cyberguy, tell me why this operating system is going to use this variables. You know, operating system is going to communicate with them, right? They are the one who is going to communicate with each and every software. That is the reason we want them to communicate, and then we have to tell them or the communicate with them that this is the path for Java, right? This is the path for Java. Then only the operating system is going to understand this, right? Okay, I'll be sharing the documentation with you, like in the website itself. You can follow that. Otherwise, you can go through the video again. Just copy the path and do that. Okay. Next one, we have set up path for Java home, right? Now set up path for, now we have to set the Java path, right? Now I haven't shown you these files, right? Let me show you these files first. See, are you able to see these files? I guess you are able to see these files, right? See, these are the files, JRE files. There are several files exist in this itself. See the source file. See, in bin itself, hundreds of files are here. Almost all 96 items or files are here. See, these are all the files which are related to Java, which are related to Java, and that path, that operating system is going to understand this communication. Okay, now I have done this task. Now my question is that now I have done this task and I would like to see that whether this Java has installed properly or not. If it is not installed properly, we can do it again. Just let us check it. Java version, Java space hyphen version. We have to use this command to check that whether Java version has been installed perfectly or not, right? This is what, see, I guess you are able to see this, right? Here, right now, I have shown this task. Here, it is clearly visible, right? It is success. Now, Java installation setting the path is succeeded. Now, what is the next step that I have to go through? The next step I have to do. So tell me guys, so this one is a prerequisite, right? This one is a prerequisite for creating or installing Maven. Okay. Otherwise, if you are not going to install this Java, you are not able to run this Maven. That is the reason it is very important to finish this first step. And now, what is the next step? We are done with the Java setup, right? And now we are going to install or sorry, we are going to download Maven right away. Now let me go through the browser, and here see Maven download, right? This is the website. I will try to type it again in Google. Download Apache Maven. This is Apache Maven, right? This is the thing. After opening this, there is, see, this software is also free of cost, no need of paying anything. You have to do this. See, there are several files, star file, zip file. This one we have to go through CLI, and this one we can directly to GUI you can use it. So download this. I have downloaded this file, and now I will show you in the downloads. See, this is a file that I have downloaded. And now after downloading this, I extracted this file. I extracted this file. See, this is the file. Now, this is the logic is here. Okay. You downloaded it and you extracted this file, and you keep this file here and open this and see, copy or cut the file. Copy or cut the file, whichever you wanted to do. Okay, you do it, copy or cut the file, and now just go to C, program files, and paste it here. See, are you able to see this? Apache Maven. Yes, you're able to see this, right? So you have downloaded it, extracted it, and open this file, and you have to copy that file in C program files. Okay, now you have to open this bin and copy this path. Copy this as path. Let's see, copy this path. Copy it and go to variables. Click on this. Open it. Environment variables, and now you have to go to the path itself here and don't edit it, just create a new one. If it is not in there, create, sorry, edit it, and here create a new one here. Just paste that path which we copied just now. I already did this. See, I already did this file, program files, Apache Maven 3.8.6 / bin. Okay, this has been already created. That is the reason I am not creating the new one, right? Okay, okay. Now my question, sorry, my question is that what do I need to know? I have to know that whether this Maven installed properly or not, right? Okay, guys, we have installed this. We have installed this. Now I would like to know that whether this Maven installed properly or not. So I have to check it. We have to use the command yes. See, if you got this message, yes, it is successfully installed. It is successfully installed. The Maven is successfully installed. So this is what we have installed Maven also. Okay, whatever the process that we have done till now, we are done with this installation. This is very important. Today's class is very important because you have to set up everything. So see, if you have gone through your in your company or any project, you might be having a question that has Cyberguy, who is going to install all these tools? You are the one who is going to do all these things. You have to install, you have to configure, you have to work on that. Okay, for this reason, you have to learn them, and you will be getting an interview question that what are the files that exist in the ZDK? What are the requirements for Maven? What are the prerequisites for Maven? Tell me, what are the prerequisites for Maven? Tell me, give me one answer for this question. That okay, what are the, tell me what are the prerequisites for Maven? Can anyone tell me the requirements for Maven? Java, right? We are going to install Java, isn't it? See, please be interactive, guys. Otherwise, you are not going to understand anything. Please be interactive. See, I'm not worrying about the students, how many of them, whether I will teach continuous this batch and every batch. Even I have taken the batches even with the 2 students also. I don't care about the students. I want everyone who have done this. I have taken batches for 100 people also. I have taken batches for two members also. Several courses, those who have taken only 2 members. So everyone plays now. Everyone is working now. It's good. But earlier, I was not in a position to reveal myself, and I didn't create any YouTube channels, and I didn't create any Telegram channels. I didn't create anything. Even now also, I'm doing it with the latest thing that I would like to reveal myself. That is the reason, because I have to reach to the poor people and to the last mile connectivity. Even from the villages also, they have to learn these courses. So several people were there, my students, actually, especially women. These people are from villages. They have finished their BTECs or other graduation courses, but they are having good communication also. They were struggling for jobs. At that moment, I gave them guidance on this. I gave them several courses. I taught them. They have placed in the top MNC companies. That was full stack development course. Those people, development is, many people are thinking that development is very tough subject, but it is not. It is very easy subject. You don't know about it. Once you join that course, you will be understanding that. So most of the people are getting jobs. See, I will tell you one thing. Earlier also, I informed you guys that if you have any career gap, then also you can go to the job as a fresher. You know that there are people, those who are they passed out in 2016, 2015, 2012, 2013. So these people are struggling. They were married. Women were married, and a few people were working in other industries. So these people are willing to join an IT industry. So what happens? So they'll be trained, thinking that, oh, yeah, their people, their friends, everyone, they are going to suggest them, hey, take fake certificates, take fake experience certificates. No, don't take them. There is no need of taking fake certificates. There is no need of taking any fake experience. Nothing is required as such. You can directly enter into this industry as a fresher. You have to have confidence for that. See, I am going to challenge. There are plenty of faculties, those who are teaching several courses, but no one is going to give you the guidance, proper guidance for your career advancement or for your initiating your career. I'm the one who's going to give you all those things. Okay. If you would like to connect with me, okay, you can contact with me with that number, only WhatsApp for now. And otherwise, you can mail me, you can WhatsApp me. Okay, my assistant will be working on that WhatsApp and all. So she'll be informing me. I'll be doing that. I'll be replying you guys also. Okay, because I've been maintaining several batches. So I'm not getting much time to look into the WhatsApp thing. So whenever I get the time, I'll be replying you. Mostly I'll reply immediately because they'll be sharing with me immediately. So it would be more interactive. And don't worry about the job. And yeah, please, if you have any career dependent questions, please ask me now. Do not prefer proxies, do not prefer fake certificates, do not prefer anything. Just follow my instructions and go with that. If you are, and one more thing, few people are there, those who are already working in other tools and they would like to shift to this one. Yes, this is the best decision that you have taken. This is very nice DevOps concepts. And I'm going to start Azure DevOps also very soon. After that, I'm planning to start GCP DevOps also. Initially, I'll teach GCP course and then I'll go with the GCP DevOps and Azure DevOps also. See, there are plenty of courses available in my PDF, whichever the course that you are planning to, you can choose the course and share it with your friends, share it with in your Facebook, share it within your Instagram, Twitter, whatever the medium that exists. I'll be sharing you the images on this and the link to join. So share it with as many as you can so that most of the people, many of the people are going to join the classes. Then it would be more interactive. See, do not worry about it that if you have question, if we ask the question, they might be feeling something bad. No, there is nothing as such. So please be more interactive. Okay. So do you have any questions to ask me? See, we discussed. Once again, I'll be telling you this one. This is our open source software, Java build, automating it, and I explain you how it built, and I explain you this pom.xml file, and I explain you how this automation works. These are the several things that we have discussed today. Okay, we will continue the session tomorrow also. I'll give you a gap in between. Actually, there is no need of any gap. If you require so, I'll be trying to give you the gap so that you can revise these topics and you can go with the flow. Okay. So we are done for the day. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please ask me right away. Any questions that you would like to discuss with me? Any questions that you have with you? Okay then. So if you have no questions, we can wrap up the call. Thank you. Thank you so much for attending the call. And you'll be getting 2 more sessions for free. Okay, this is the 3rd session, and 3rd, 4th session and 5th session also free. After that, I'll be sharing with you the payment link. Don't worry, I have no issue whether as many people as they can, whether they join or not. Even if there are 2 people